If you're trying to improve your social confidence, you're probably familiar with the saying, fake it till you make it. Now, if you were to succeed in faking it till you make it, you would only become an inauthentic version of you that's probably a bit cooler than the current version of you. So that approach is completely flawed. Instead of fake it till you make it, what we should focus on is do it until you remember. This is something I heard from a creator named Julien. He's spreading a very similar message to my message, and in fact, he's one of my biggest inspirations. I have great respect for him. I'll link his channel in the description as well, so you can take a look. He's doing fantastic work. But this hit hard on me, really. Instead of fake it till you make it, do it until you remember. I couldn't agree more with that. Because this just points to what I've been talking about for so long, that as children, as babies even, we were all expressive and loud and charismatic. We were all arrogant enough, maybe even too arrogant. We didn't care about social judgments and all of these things, and that's what made us so charismatic and magnetic. But if you struggle with social anxiety currently, you are not born like this. You just learned social anxiety and you forgot how to be charismatic. All you need to do is to remember the way you used to be. You currently believe that the world is hostile, that it's dangerous out there, that people might judge you and you're in danger. You need to be cautious, you need to be suspicious of all the judgments from everyone around you. But is that really the case? Perhaps you've been through socially traumatic experiences and perhaps you were bullied or something like that, which is not fun, obviously. Those moments were moments that required you to become shy, to become more reserved and cautious. But is there any need for that personality and these character traits anymore? Or is it just a defensive mechanism that just snowballed into your current personality, but there is no need for it anymore? It's probably the latter one. So this is just something for you to realize, that you needed this defense mechanism, this armor of shyness back in the day, but you do not need it anymore, and you need to remember the way you used to be. Of course, when you are surrounded by retarded bullies in high school or whatnot, it's pretty tough to stand by your authenticity. But now you're probably a bit more of a grown up. Now you're probably an adult. And being an adult, it's a lot easier to deal with people because people are not that mean. People are not bullying you anymore because they have their own stuff going on, ideally. So you're not really in a social war zone anymore. You need to take the courage to be you. Take the courage to bit by bit step outside of your comfort zone and go ahead and talk to people in situations that make you feel uncomfortable. Expose yourself to those situations, process everything there is to process regarding how you're feeling in those situations, the true feedback that you're receiving, not just a negative one, but a positive one as well. And that's how you basically update your beliefs. And that's how you work, and just with baby steps, that's how you get to the version of you that you were meant to be in the beginning. If you want to make the quickest progress from a place of social anxiety to a place of social confidence, I have a link in the description where I made a course designed to help you make the exact progress I talked about. This is the protocol I went through myself, the protocol I guided my clients through. I call it the Social Confidence Activator. I link it in the description. You can just go ahead and take a look. I think it's perfect if you're struggling with social anxiety and shyness currently. Now you might be thinking, well, okay, it makes sense, but why is fake it till you make it something bad? Well, it's because you might just become a version of you that's inauthentic and that's just socially acceptable. And this is no different than you being shy. It's just a better version of that inauthenticity, because you being shy, you being so reserved and cautious, this is not something authentic. We established that already. You weren't born shy. You weren't born overthinking about your body language, about the things you have to say. You were born flowing, and you forgot how to flow. Now, if you were to just fake it till you make it, there is a risk that you will just be tuned into the positive feedback you receive from people. So, for example, if you say a lot of jokes, people are gonna laugh. You're gonna interpret that as positive feedback, so you might just become a clown just to get their validation, just to get their approval, positive reactions, and nice feedback. But perhaps that's not the authentic you. Perhaps it is, who knows? But there is a chance that you will just be guided by the positive feedback and you will just become what's acceptable now. Back in the day, you became shy because you needed the shyness to protect you from the dangerous environment, from the social war zone you were in. Now, if you were to take this approach of fake it till you make it, you might just reach a point where you get dressed up in a different armor that's just getting the positive reactions. But there is no difference. But it's just the same thing. It's a better version, an enhanced version of the exact same thing. So there is no point in going on another inauthentic journey like this. It's just an enhanced version of the exact same thing, and it's better to acknowledge this sooner rather than later. And now you might be confused, like, okay, I understand that it's better to strive for authenticity and to try to remember who I am rather than build up to something that's socially acceptable. But who the hell am I? I don't remember it at all. And if this is your confusion right now, I have a book behind me. That yellow one, it's called Letting Go by David Hawkins. It's a fantastic book that I recommend. And this author talks about the value of the feeling of relief. Basically, when you are authentic, when you are yourself, when you are at least aiming towards your authenticity, you should feel relieved. You should feel like there is just a stone taken off your chest. It's just like you are wearing a very heavy armor and you let go of it. You basically get out of that armor and now you feel relief. You feel like you can move with ease. You feel like you feel like something is appropriate, right? Like everything is perfect. Now, indeed, there is a risk that not having the armor, you are more vulnerable. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible that people might judge you more without the armor. It's possible that you might upset people more if you don't just try to please them all the time, just like you've been doing so far. That they will notice stuff about you because now you are more expressive, now you own more of yourself, now you talk more about the things you want to talk about. It's not something bad, like you shouldn't interpret it as something bad. And no one can really hurt you through their judgments, through their rejections, unless you allow them to. But this is a topic for the next video. The thing is, you should leverage this and use this compass of the feeling of relief to go ahead and find your authentic self. And the way, as I said, to do it is to take the courage to step outside of your comfort zone, use this compass and just iterate. Go through these social situations, try to talk to people more, try to expose yourself to different sorts of social situations, to different sorts of behaviors. And that's how you will find the type of person, the behavior you're meant to have. Because something is just gonna feel appropriate. You will feel the relief in certain environments and in certain situations, and in other situations, in other types of behaviors, you will feel a bit strange. That's how you know you are aiming towards the right place. But you need to have a lot of patience. It's definitely a prerequisite, because this journey might take even years to find your authentic self, because you spent decades hiding your authentic self behind layers and layers and layers of masks. So expect it to take quite some time. And you can become socially confident and inauthentic at the same time. That's why reaching a point of social confidence is a lot easier than reaching a point of authenticity. But then again, this is something for you to establish for yourself. Do you just want to be okay in social situations, or do you want to take it further and strive for authenticity as well? If you're interested in seeing shorter form content, you can now find me on Instagram. I link it in the description as well. And again, remember to take a look at the course if you're interested. See you later.